and welcome to a brand new video on the channel. Today we're back with episode 21 of Too Hot to Handle season 3. Right, actually, I think it's episode 7, chapter 21 of season 3 of Too Hot to Handle. I'm very excited to get into it today because as we left off, Poppy and Julian had lost us $26,000. So we're going to see how we get on. You're going on a date on a private jet. The only question is, with whom? I'm kind of thinking we bring Jiraiya because I really enjoy the relationship we've got going on with him, but also Carmen was in the picture for a really long time. The problem is, Carmen isn't the best person to be with when you're not with her. I feel like if you're around her when you're not like around her, she's not the nicest. I don't know, maybe I've completely misread the situation and misread her. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I can't believe I'm going on a date. You consider all your options as a few hopeful faces glance at you. I'd say that I wonder who Jessie is gonna pick. She looks around the room with a sly smile on her face. But I'd say the choice is clear. Jessie hasn't picked you yet, Carmen. She's made other connections she might want to explore. Carmen and Jiraiya eye each other with suspicion. Dang, you've got a big decision, Jessie. Yeah, I do. I'm not gonna go with the dice roll because I feel like there is a handful of people in there that I don't necessarily want to end up with. For example, this middle aisle and Carmen are the people who I really kind of want to be on the dates with. I think I'm kind of tempted to go with Jiraiya. I think he might be the better choice for us because we did have that scene and it was a very good scene. Let's do it. Jiraiya ducks his head to hide his smile. Thank you for choosing me, Jessie. I'm gonna make sure you have the time of your life. And by time of your life, he means he's going to nerd out about the engine mechanics the second you enter the jet. Excuse me, but a good thrust to weight ratio is essential for a smooth takeoff. In some jets, you take his hand and give Carmen a sweet smile before turning to Jiraiya. No worries. I like a man who knows all about a good thrust to weight ratio. Jiraiya almost chokes with laughter. Carmen scoffs, not bothering to conceal the shock. That's all the reaction you get before eye contact is broken. Then Carmen glares at Jiraiya. If looks could kill, Jiraiya would need medical attention. He leans forward as he tries to appeal to Lana. Don't you have an extra jet just for me and Poppy? Oi, haven't you spent enough money so far? Julian completely ignores him. Or a helicopter maybe? We'd even take a submarine at this point. A boat would be grand. Maybe Poppy really is interested in Julian. It would keep her away from me and my relationships at least. Giselle, Sean, Jessie, and Jiraiya. Please prepare for your date. Giselle nudges you. You know what that means? Time to get dressed. And to not break any rules. You can talk! Yeah, Taz! Oi, you're the last person to demand that. Taz has a point. Have some shame, Julian. You're right, you're right. Have fun. You deserve it. The four of you wave as you walk away towards the dressing room. I love dressing up in these games. I don't know why. I know exactly what I want to wear. She disappears behind one of the clothing racks, humming happily to herself. Jiraiya follows suit, leaving you and Sean behind. He shuffles nervously from one foot to another. Everything going okay? Sean's jaw flexes. Boing? The sweat on your forehead says differently. There is fear in his eyes, despite his cool manner. Promise you won't tell Giselle? I promise. Sean rubs the back of his neck. I'm not the biggest fan of planes. In fact, until I flew out to be on the show, I'd never even been on one. We had some wicked turbulence on the way. He shakes his head. Forget it. This is stupid. Sean is afraid of planes. I'll tell him. I've got his back. It's not nice to have a fear. You clap Sean on the shoulder. Hey, everyone is afraid of something. I've got your back, and so does Giselle. If you're afraid, talking about it will help. Just take deep breaths, okay? You show Sean how to breathe in and out in a calm, steady fashion. Once you're done, Sean's face is much less red. That helps a lot. Thanks, Jessie. Anytime. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a date to prepare for. You consider your options. Okie dokie. So we have this hairstyle, and we've got a couple more as well. I'm always tempted to go for the short hair, but I don't think it's quite Jessie. Not yet, at least. Maybe we'll change our mind. We've actually got 5 options now as well because 2 of them were unlocked through our achievements. So we've got this one. This one's an achievement dress. And this one's an achievement dress. We've got this one and this one. I kind of think for a classy plane ride, I really quite like this one, but the black one's cooling to me. I just don't know whether it's cooling to me or if it's cooling to Jessie. I think the answer can be both. It can be both, right? So let's go for this look. Let's go on a date. Hopefully, I was gonna say, hopefully we can get Jiraiya dressed up as well. We can give him a beard. This is a terrible idea. I do like a mustache, I cannot lie. The hairstyles for Jiraiya are this one, this one, this one, and this one. I kind of feel like Jiraiya's hair is so Jiraiya, you know? The outfits, we've got this. I think we're gonna go for this one. I don't necessarily love the way it's tucked in personally, but I do love that it's gonna match us. I think that's important. I've also taken off his like necklace. I did try them, but they didn't go with the outfit very nicely in my opinion. So I'm gonna go for this, and I think he looks really nice. Are we ready? You all whoop and basically bolt for the door, excited about your luxurious dates. The private plane is unlike anything you've ever experienced. Plush carpets cushion your feet, and the reclining chairs are more comfortable than the ones in your own home. Jiraiya's eyes glint with enthusiasm as he looks around. The Hawker 800, a solid choice. Yeah, does it have a good thruster-weight ratio? He grins. Stop teasing me. I'm not! Well, maybe a little. I'm happy to be a part of your dream date, at least. Jiraiya takes your hand and sighs. I don't know if this is my dream date or my nightmare date. Why would it be a nightmare? Because I'm showing you something that I love, but I can't fly the plane. You laugh as Jiraiya greets the pilot. Good afternoon, ma'am. Mind if we take a look in the cockpit? Pilot nods in affirmation. So, Jesse, ready to see the cockpit? Am I ready to see the cockpit? Take me to dinner first. Take me to dinner first. He furrows his brow. Before showing you the cockpit? It isn't close to dinner time. I always thought a woman should be wined and dined before seeing the cockpit, but I'll make an exception for you. When you nudge his shoulder, he finally gets the hint and blushes a little. Oh, well, now I just feel special. Jiraiya leads you to the cockpit, talking animatedly. Wow, you know so much about this. It's clear to see flying isn't just a hobby for you. What do you mean? Oh yeah, no, it's my job. When he laughs, the sound is filled with passion. And my personal favorite part, the throttle levers. How did you learn all this? Practice and a good teacher. Maybe someday I'll bring you into the cockpit and teach you a thing or two. What an indecent proposal. You laugh as you head back into the lounge after giving your regards to the pilot. Sitting down on the comfortable chairs, you sigh contentedly. Have you taught many people how to fly? You'd be the first. Really? Well, no. Actually, I had the opportunity to teach my grandpa the last time I visited him. How do I say that word? Bipu? Bipu? Always been interested in aviation, so it was a bit of a dream come true for him. Also, he can contain his pride. It meant a lot to him. To him, too, I bet. I took my mum flying a couple of times, too, but unlike her father-in-law, she wasn't so thrilled. Then why does she keep flying? She's scared of heights and wants to face her fears, you know. Usually she goes from fear to shock to exhilaration, and sometimes in different orders. And I'm the only pilot she trusts, so I think your grandpa sounds great. I bet he brags to everyone about you. Not everyone can say their grandson is a pilot. Oh yeah, he's real smug about it, actually. When I was still in the academy, he would constantly embarrass me. I would tell him, Bapoo! The boy at the farmer's market doesn't need to know where I go to school. You laugh and Jiraiya chuckles fondly. He didn't relent, but if you meant to ask if I had taught a partner how to fly before, truth be told, I've never really been in a serious relationship. It's something I always thought I'd want to share with my partner, but I haven't found that person. My longest relationship lasted maybe 6 months. He suddenly looks a bit uncomfortable and you frown. Do you not know the exact amount of time? I don't. To your surprise, he laughs. Maybe that was a sign in itself. I wanted to make her happy and I went with her ideas, but we didn't mean very much to each other. We didn't even feel the urge to celebrate each other. Maybe because things didn't feel special. You don't feel the urge to celebrate those milestones when things don't feel right. Do you think you feel the urge to celebrate if you were with someone right? I do. He pauses for a moment. It's funny. Before I came on this show, I never thought too deeply about what I want in a relationship. I didn't know what would make someone right for me. But lately, I keep thinking about it. Have you come to a conclusion? He nods. I want someone who supports me, someone who is always excited for me, someone who wants what's best for me. I want to feel like they'll always have my back. Assuming, of course, I don't abandon all my current goals to pursue a life of Grand Theft Auto. He chuckles at his joke before praising you. When you think of your ideal partner, what traits do you value the most? What traits do I value the most? Hotness, kindness, responsibility. I think kindness out of all of those, maybe responsibility as well, but I think kindness is important. Ultimately, I value kindness. I can't feel comfortable around someone who isn't kind. I completely agree. He strokes a thumb over your cheek. I always wanted you to be comfortable with me. I know hearing this is a lot, but I feel comfortable sharing it with you. I'm glad, Jiraiya. I feel comfortable with you too.
Are the two of you ready?
The pilot interrupts on the speakerphone.
If you want to jump, it's now or never.
Jirayu shows you the parachutes and goes through an extensive safety manual? So, what do you say? Jumping? No one said anything about jumping. Ready to take the leap? You look down at the ground below you as you slide the parachute on your back. Am I ready for this? I think we should jump while holding hands. I think that's cute. And we've skydived on a date. We've unlocked an achievement. I didn't even think about that. Will you hold my hand? Funny. I was about to ask the same thing. He squeezes your hand tightly. Ready? Ready. Hands together, you and Jirayu jump out of the plane. You squeeze your eyes shut and brace yourselves for imminent fear. The feeling is oddly exhilarating. Open your eyes, Jessie. You open your eyes and marvel at the sight of the ground below you. This is amazing. You squeeze his hand tight, feeling absolutely limitless. When it's time to pull the cord, it's entirely too soon. Oh, we didn't quite end with I think it was 40 is the top, which is a bit of a shame, but it's okay. We managed to skydive. You and Jirayu land on the beach at the exact same time Giselle and Sean do. Everyone is waiting for you and cheering. Some people are still shocked at the sight of you and Jirayu floating down to earth. Sean's knees are shaking and Giselle is grinning widely. You unhook your parachutes and let them fall to the ground. I can't believe I just jumped out of a plane. Sean falls to the sand and happily digs his hands in it. You and me both? Giselle can't conceal her snort. You should have seen his face when they announced we could jump. I didn't know a person could go green like that. Sean laughs, but he seems slightly annoyed. It wasn't funny at the time. The only green thing I wanted to see was our watches. Did you get a green light? Nope. Did you? You and Jirayu shake your heads. We didn't either. Not surprised you didn't get a green light, Shawnee boy. It just goes to show how bad of a match you two are. Sean squares his shoulders. Shut up. You're just jealous that you didn't get a private jet and the most beautiful lass. I'm right here, you know. You! Sean sizes her up and then snorts. Don't make me laugh. I wouldn't want you if you were the last woman on Earth. Sean glances at Julian and then smirks. Then again, not everyone can have such great taste. And you think you are such a catch? Of course I am. You should consider yourself lucky to even get to look at me every day. Sean flexes his muscles and kisses his biceps as if he's practiced the gesture 1,000 times in front of a mirror. Poppy's dismissive glare slides down his body, stopping at his forearm. And suddenly, her pinched expression turns into a smile. Say, Sean, what does that tattoo mean? Sean's brows furrow at the sudden topic change, but he complies. It means YOLO. You only live once. I got it during my trip to Japan. It's in hiragana, one of Japan's 3. You don't have to explain to me, you dimwit. I'm half Japanese. You are? No way. Prove it. He rolls her eyes. What do you want, a DNA analysis? The point I'm trying to make is, I speak Japanese, and that tattoo means something else entirely. Sean turns pale. No. Yep. What does it mean? Poppy's smile grows painfully slowly until it turns into a wide, triumphant grin. A washing machine. You never knew it was possible to see a man go through all 5 stages of grief in a few seconds. But it plays out right in front of your eyes like a montage. You're making it up? There's no way you wouldn't have told me earlier. Poppy shrugs, still smiling. I didn't want to embarrass you in front of the cameras. Imagine my surprise when I realized you're doing a perfectly good job without my help. As Sean attempts to make peace with his newfound information about his tattoo, Julian snorts. You know, Sean, every time your ego expands, your brain gets smaller. It's probably the size of a grain of sand right now. Sean takes a threatening step towards Julian. You shut up! This is all your fault! How is it my fault? Did I take you to the tattoo parlor and force you to get that on your body? Relax, man. You can just laser it off. Or you can live with it. At least it gives a woman an idea of what they're getting into with you. When you glance at Sean, it's clear he's seething at this point. I should say, let's all cool off. You hold your hands up trying to placate everyone. Let's all just cool off. It's been a long day, and this idiot is making it even longer. Giselle is oddly quiet, as if she's lost in thought. Julian scoffs in Sean's direction. Look, your girlfriend isn't even defending you. What does that say about you? Have you not lost your mind? Enough! Poppy throws her hands up in the air. I'm so done with this. She points a manicured hand at Julian. And I'm done with you, too. Wait, what? It's so obvious to every single person here that you want Giselle. And you don't even dare deny it. And don't you even dare deny it. Julian laughs as if the mere idea is ludicrous and then crosses his arms. Well, that's the part calling the kettle black. Excuse me? Admit it, Poppy. Your mind has been elsewhere the entire time we've been dating. I know I've made mistakes. His voice goes soft. I've made a hell of a lot of them, but I've been trying to follow Lana's rules. And you, on the other hand, have been doing everything you can to break them. Poppy laughs bitterly. Oh, give me a break. You've spent so much money in the past 2 days alone. Julian flings his hands out to the side. Aren't we all working towards a common goal here? Don't we all want the prize money? We're supposed to work together, not against each other. Poppy nearly explodes. I'm doing my job, okay? Breaking rules is what a spy is supposed to do. What? You're a spy? What on earth is a spy? What in the world is happening? Okay. What is a spy? I feel like I need to find out, like, desperately, so I don't know what to even think. 24% of people were kind to Sean, 34% of people reassured Sean with logic, and 42 told him to get over it. And to be fair, the way he was acting at the end of that episode, like he was the best person in the world, I'm not even remotely surprised. We held Jiraiya's hand as we flew through the air, like 44% of people. 32% of people jumped out of the plane, and 24 refused to jump and stayed in. We also encouraged Julian and Sean to cool off, like 30% of people. 44% of people stood by Julian, and 26% said that Julian was being too harsh to Sean. Personally, I think that they were both being really awful, especially to each other, and I'm really glad that that cooled off when it did. But I also think it was a bit, like, Poppy had so much audacity to tell everyone to cool off when I felt like she was the one that was instigating a lot of it. But do let me know what you think down in the comments below. Are you team Julian? Are you team Sean? Are you somewhere in the middle? Please let me know. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate you so much, as well as our fantastic channel members who, without you, this wouldn't be possible. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you so much for being a fantastic, amazing part of the channel. You are all so wonderful and so lovely, and thank you so much for taking a chance on me and getting all of these videos early. I hope you're enjoying them so much. And thank you to you, and thank you so much to everyone who has liked, subscribed, and commented on the video. I really appreciate you. And don't forget to turn on your notifications so you know exactly when I upload a video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye!